Peasant Productions presents The Math of ESP, why it works even if you don't believe in it. I kind of have to do this one, actually here, let me bring this up. This will be part of the idea. It's kind of a lighthearted chuckle for me. Having been involved in studying advertising, in running businesses for literally, I mean, my first business, I was 4 years old when I created something and went out and sold it for a profit. That became a fad for like 10 years in America. The computer punch card Christmas wreath was my creation, folks. I'm the first person that ever made one. I went out and started selling them in San Fernando Valley Gemco parking lot. Nobody else was out there doing it. The next year there were a couple more, and the year after that there were so many people that the guy that I have to call Dad told me that, sorry Pete, you don't have the money to compete against these people, you know, because yeah, it was getting rather extensive and quite elaborate, and very beautiful bits and pieces made far beyond anything that as a 4-year-old child I was doing, or a 5-year-old child, or even my last year 6-year-old child. But yeah, it was my invention. Okay, so I have been around selling product to human beings for 55 years. I understand what it is to sell stuff. I officially started studying sales as it actually applies to the business world. The psychology of it, what is involved in making a product sell. Not necessarily finding that viral thing. I mean, I do understand what viral product selling is, and it's not as easy as everybody likes to say, and that's why I am actually kind of doing this whole video. It's quite a chuckle. Like I said, I get an average of probably about 4 to 10 emails a day selling me somebody's, wanting to sell me, I should say, not actually selling me, wanting to sell me somebody's newfangled idea. And so far to date, every last one of them I've checked have had their roots in what I was studying 50 years ago in advertising. It's very much like this photograph that I showed here of a camera that's close to 100 years old taking a photograph that people are saying, wow, never before in history were you able to do this because we've got cell phones and apps. Well, no, you've got a few billion cell phones, so you are taking a few billion photographs where before you didn't have, a million people running around with this camera taking snapshots because it was hard work knowing what the frick to do to take a shot like this, okay? In the same aspect, you now have literally people who are selling the product, and then when their students learn the process and have paid their fee, they are then advertising that their students are now going to teach this newfangled system. And of course, they are literally just teaching what the teacher taught, and the teacher before them taught, and the teacher before them taught. So it's kind of hilarious to see this multiplication of reselling product simply to resell product, okay? So, yes, I am teaching you how to make a miracle. There is absolutely nothing new about this. This is as old as physical realm exists, okay? I would love to make money off of this. Yes, I am, like I say, I am a whistleblower. I have to run fast and live meagerly and all of that. I got quite a chuckle yesterday. I put some music on somebody's flash drive for their MP3 playing machine here in Mexico, and along with, giving me some money for the files onto the flash drive as they agreed, they also gave me 5 dozen, not 5 dozen, a whole 60 eggs, okay, fresh farm eggs, but she works on a ranch. So she gets them for free to begin with, so she just gave them to me. Okay, I don't have a refrigerator, folks, so I'm looking at this going, oh dear, I can't use it. She said, oh, no, don't worry about it. It doesn't cost me anything. You have them. Share them with other people. So, yeah, it's amusing. I would love to get paid for what I'm teaching you on how to create a miracle and how very simple and easy it is. How this mathematical formula that's been around since before the yogis came into existence, because they had to learn it. Okay, you can go all the way back through existence, and this is a very applicable, applicable mathematical formula. Okay, quantum physics. Okay, if you get down to the basic root of what they are saying, which is, and they proved this in Australia in 2015, that consciousness does affect the physical realm. Okay? Consciousness is the solidifier that makes your physical realm exist. So that's why I say the idea that there are male or female entities isn't really quite true, because the spiritual realm exists. Your physical world, Earth here, is the only planet that you are aware of. It is the only planet you have ever really been on. Okay? You have not been to any other planets in your solar system. You have been to the moon, which is quasi-planet, but I mean, it's not a place where you're going to find any life or anything like that. And you have this whole entire philosophy about how Earth is the only place where life exists. We're the only existence. We're the only thing. It's like the meme, some guy, I forget who it is that does it, but it's very good. It's very apt. In all of the existence of this universe, the billions of years that it's been around, only in the Middle East, in a very tiny select amount of population, in only a very, very minuscule moment in time. Okay, not even if you take the whole history of the whole length of time that the universe exists, is the time period between the theoretical Moses, shattering an object made by a god because he's pissed off at people and defies God and becomes the savior of God's people. Somehow, yeah, that's very amusing in itself. But from Moses to Muhammad is a very short period of time. It's like a millisecond in the existence of a human being. But nonetheless, in only that one instance did 3 people come walk the planet, of one planet, in trillions of planets throughout the universe, in trillions of solar systems, in trillions of galaxies, right? Only here, only now, only us, only our little country down here of whatever it is, Israel, Palestine, Samaria, whatever you want to call it, type of thing. Only us had it, right? So we have the right to kill everybody else. We have the right to enslave everybody else. We have the right to claim ownership of the whole planet, because nobody else is allowed to have a God. Nobody else is allowed to do anything. We're the only ones that were ever allowed to have God talk to us. Now, you've been allowed to talk to God before you came to this planet, because you had to make an arrangement for a contract of being a life form and all of that to exist. Okay, so that's why I don't really sell this. It's too simple, it's too easy, it's too logical, and it's too frickin' old to keep selling, because repackaging it is the new chocolate pudding flavor. Never before tried, never before sold. Chocolate pudding! Yeah, chocolate pudding, folks. It's still here. It still exists. Enjoy.